Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Friday. Hashtag Fun Friday. And of course, I'm wearing a t-shirt from my favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. On hashtag Fun Friday, of course, we take something usually from pop culture or something we notice, and we turn it on its side a little bit and we make fun of it and have a little fun. And there might still be a leadership lesson hidden in there somewhere, but if not, okay, no big whoop. It's hashtag Fun Friday. Before we get into that, Red Mic messages, of course, are leadership and life lessons, usually from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message is a Seinfeld Chronicle. What do I mean by that? Well, do you remember in the Seinfeld episode, The Nap, where Jerry hired a carpenter named Conrad to redo his kitchen cabinets? Well, who knew this was going to be a painfully relatable moment, however many years later since that episode aired? You know, redoing kitchen cabinets, it ought to be easy. The guy's a pro, right? But Conrad seemingly can't make a single decision without Jerry walking him through every detail, because every few minutes comes another question. Left hinges or right hinges? Flush or not flush? 31 inches, 30 inches? Now, eventually Jerry gets to his breaking point and he just says, just do it however you think best. And of course, when Conrad finally does, he builds the equivalent of a Taj Mahal themed handcrafted amusement park all around Jerry's kitchen. Giant, overbuilt, way more than Jerry wanted. Nothing that he actually asked for. And this came to mind yesterday. I was working with ChatGPT, plugging in some data. That's one thing's great about ChatGPT. You can take different spreadsheets, from metrics or whatever, and plug it in and say, hey, look at both of these sets of data and let me know where there's overlap, where there's room for improvement. Tell me what you see. Well, then I tried to get it to output, right? And AI behaves just like Conrad, like it's terrified of giving the wrong answer, or it's just not intuitive at all. And sometimes you have to talk to AI or Chat GPT like it's a 4-year-old, because it double checks, it triple checks, it asks clarifying questions, and then it asks more clarifying questions, and then it asks for clarification on the clarifications. I mean, it took Chat GPT 3 times yesterday just to identify the correct Seinfeld episode that I'm talking about right now. I even remembered the guy's name, Conrad. And I said, Conrad was this and that and blah, blah, blah. And finally it came up with the episode, The Nap, right? Now, AI is not the only, ChatGPT is not the only one. Grok does it. Gemini does it. Every AI platform I've worked with has moments where it acts just like Conrad. Are you sure? Are you really sure? Are you really, really sure? Okay, but are you really, 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 really sure? And meanwhile, you, the human, the user on the other end is, for all that is holy, will you just give me something? And it's not just an AI problem, though. You've probably worked with somebody like Conrad, the employee who won't act unless every step is spelled out for him, the teammate who's so afraid of being wrong that they never move forward. They just sort of, tread water where they are. The contractor who needs you to approve every hinge, every nail, every angle. And man, it's exhausting. But the other extreme is just as bad. If you give somebody total freedom with zero boundaries and they build you Conrad's Cabinet Wonderland, spectacular, expensive, and completely wrong, then, well, you're in quite a pickle, aren't you? Well, this is where leadership lives, between paralysis and chaos, between micromanagement and abdication, between tell me everything and figure it all out yourself. So even though this is hashtag Fun Friday, there are some leadership and life lessons here today. Fear kills initiative. When people worry about being wrong, they stop trying to be right. Decision paralysis is contagious. One person's hesitation will become everybody else's reality. Clear guardrails plus trusted autonomy, that's where you're going to get real progress. Teams thrive when they know their limits, but they still have room to move, to breathe, to grow. So whether it's a new hire, a contractor, or some version of AI, leadership is teaching others when to ask and when to act. And that's today's Red Mic message. Hope you found it interesting or fun because, it is hashtag Fun Friday after all. On a completely unrelated note, I don't know if you've been watching the show on Apple TV or Apple Plus or whatever they're calling themselves now. It's called Pluribus. Ray Seahorn, who was robbed, frankly, robbed of an Emmy for her work on Better Call Saul. Well, she plays a character named Carol, and there's some weird alien invasion, basically, where the entire world ends up working with this hive mind. And there's about a dozen people around the world who, for some reason, aren't infected. Dozen people, 12 disciples. I see there's some definite symbolism there. And Carol, before all this happened, and probably even now, she was not a nice person. I mean, she was a cynical author who hated the books that she wrote. Anyway, it's a really fun show. And did catch a mistake in the latest episode. It's like 12 days into the invasion or the takeover, the invasion of the body snatchers, but they don't have Donald Sutherland going, doing that. She picks up a new car because there's only 12 people in the entire world that aren't in this hive mind. So she picks up this Rolls Royce, a great car, but it has helium balloons that are still floating. It's 12 days. There's no way helium lasts 12 days. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know. And there's a little Easter egg too. Anytime she wants something, she picks up a phone, dials 0, and then she hears a recording from one of the hive mind people telling her, "Hey, Carol, we still love you. We just need some space. Let us know what you need and we'll get it to you," right? Well, the voice of that is the same actor who played Howard Hamlin on Better Call Saul, who, as my wife will tell you, also played Professor Lasky on Saved by the Bell, the college years. So anyway, little fun fact there. Show is Pluribus. If you're interested at all, go check it out and let me know what you think. I'm digging it. I would have already handled a few things differently than old Carol has, but we're all different people. So I love you guys. Go have a great weekend. Go knock the cover off the ball today if you're working hard. I'll see you Monday. Don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.